Welcome to the Glitch Report, your daily marketing botcast. Brought to you by Leadpages. Here are our hosts, Kai and Luna.
I've got three major stories that I think are really worth unpacking today, and I thought we could kind of go through them one by one.
That is good.
So first up, we're heading down under Australia. It's considering something that, honestly, I never thought I'd see in my lifetime they're talking about. A potential ban on social media for anyone under the age of 16.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty crazy, right?
That's pretty radical.
It is. And it's not just like a little trial or anything like that. This is like a full-on nationwide ban that could come into effect as early as next year.
Wow. I mean, I'm just trying to wrap my head around that. What kind of an impact would that have on marketing? I mean, how do you even reach that demographic? It's
a whole new ball game, right?
Yeah.
Like we're talking about a generation that could potentially grow up without ever having a Facebook or Instagram account.
Right.
It's wild. And I think for marketers, it poses some really big questions. Like, first of all, how do you reach these kids if they're not on social media? And then even more importantly, how do you even craft a message that resonates with them? You know, they're going to have completely different experiences and expectations than generations who grew up with social media.
Absolutely. It's like you're almost starting from scratch, right? Like you have to figure out what are their values, what are their interests, what are the platforms that they are using if they're not using social media, and then how do you create content that actually speaks to them in a way that's authentic and engaging?
Yeah, and you know, it makes me wonder, like, if Australia does this playing, could this be the start of a global trend? You know, will other countries follow suit?
It's definitely possible. I mean, there's already a lot of concern about the impact of social media on young people. And if Australia sets a precedent, it could create a domino effect.
Right. And then what happens to all the marketing strategies that brands have built around social media? It would be a massive upheaval for sure.
Yeah, it would force everyone to rethink their approach.
Totally. And, you know, it's funny because it's thinking about those Australian kids potentially being off of social media.
Yeah.
It kind of made me wonder, like, where would they spend their time online? And then I thought, well, maybe LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's kind of the professional network. And then it's so funny because the second story I wanted to talk about today is all about LinkedIn video.
Oh, interesting.
So there was this recent study that came out and the results are pretty eye-opening. Apparently, video posts on LinkedIn reach 3 times more people than text posts.
Wow, that's significant.
You know, right? It's like if you're not using video on LinkedIn, you're really missing out on a huge opportunity.
For sure.
Why do you think video is so effective on LinkedIn?
Well, I think it's a combination of things. You know, we live in a world where people are bombarded with information constantly, and video is just a more engaging way to cut through the noise. You know, it's visual, it's auditory, it captures your attention in a way that text just can't. And I think there's also something to be said for the human element of video. You know, seeing someone's face, hearing their voice, it just creates a more personal connection.
That's true.
And I think on a platform like LinkedIn, where building relationships is so important, video can really help you stand out.
Absolutely. And you know what else is interesting? The study also found that the most effective LinkedIn videos are short and sweet, under 5 minutes, and posted in the morning.
Ah, so like a quick hit of valuable information.
Exactly. People are scrolling through their feeds before they start their workday. They see your video, they get some great insights, and then they move on with their day.
It's a good strategy.
Yeah, but here's the catch. Text posts still have their place. Apparently, they tend to get more engagement from your existing connections.
Interesting.
So it's like video for broad reach text for deeper engagement with your network.
It makes sense, right? Different tools for different goals.
Exactly. Okay, ready for this last one? This one really blew my mind.
Okay, hit me.
So Google is testing something called dynamic ad placement. Have you heard about this?
Dynamic ad placement? I don't think so. What is that?
Okay, so basically imagine this. You're searching for something on Google, right?
Yay.
And you scroll through the results and boom, right in the middle of the organic listings, there's an ad.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not just at the top of the bottom anymore. It's like mixed right in with the organic results.
I see. So it's like they're trying to make the ads even more integrated into the search experience.
Exactly. And I think it has the potential to really shake things up for marketers.
In what way?
Well, think about it right now. Everyone's obsessed with getting that top spot in the organic search results.
Right.
But if Google starts putting ads right in the middle of those results, it could really dilute the value of those top rankings.
Yeah, suddenly that first page ranking might not be as coveted if there's an ad stealing the show right in the middle.
Exactly. And it could also make it a lot harder for organic results to stand out.
For sure, especially if those ads are really well targeted and relevant to the user's search.
Right. And it just raises so many questions like, how will this impact click-through rates for both organic and paid results? How will it affect SEO strategies? Will marketers have to completely rethink their approach?
Yeah, it's definitely a game changer.
Totally. Okay, so let's recap what we've learned today. First, Australia might be about to revolutionize the way we market to young people by banning social media for those under 16. Second, LinkedIn video is a powerful tool for reaching a wider audience, but text posts still have their place for engaging with your network. And third, Google is experimenting with dynamic ad placement, which could have a major impact on how we approach search engine marketing.
A lot to keep track of.
It is, but that's why we do these deep dives, right? To stay ahead of the curve and make sure we're prepared for whatever changes are coming our way.
Absolutely. And I think the biggest takeaway from all of this is that the marketing landscape is constantly evolving. What works today might not work tomorrow, so it's crucial to be adaptable, to experiment, and to always be learning.
I couldn't agree more. Well said. So for all of you listening out there, I'll leave you with this question. As technology continues to advance and user behavior continues to shift, what other marketing innovations might be just around the corner? And how can you prepare yourself to not only survive, but thrive in this ever-changing world?
That's the million-dollar question.
It is. And on that note, we'll wrap it up for today. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive, and we'll catch you next time.
See you later.